All right, good day everyone. Welcome back to Dext Maths Tutor. We'll be solving 2014 objective mathematics Waec question. So let's get right into it. We're starting with number one. Number one says that simplify 10 whole number 2 over 5 minus 6 whole number 2 over 3 plus 3. So the first thing you need to understand is the type of fraction we have here. This is a whole number. This is a mixed fraction. This is also a mixed fraction. To solve this, we have to change it to these two mixed fractions to improper fraction. And we do that by saying 5 times 10, 50. 50 plus 2, that's 52, all divided by 5, minus the same thing here. We have 18, 20 over 3 plus 3. And we can write this 3 as 3 over 1 so that we can solve it once and for all. So from here, our LCM is 15. 5 in 15 will give us 3. 3 times 50, 52 now will give us 156. Now 3 in 15 will give us 5. 5 times 20 is 100. And then we can do same here. 15 in 1. 1 in 15 will go 15 times. Then 15 times 3 will give us 45. So you solve this. Sorry, this is supposed to be a positive sign. By the time you solve all of this, you have 101 over 15, which is equivalent to 6 whole number 11 over 15. All right, let's move on to the next number 2. All right, so number 2 says that if 23 base x equals to 32 base 5, find the value of x. So this is how you solve it. You write it out. 23 base x equals to 32 base 5. So you pick each one of them and multiply by the base, then raise it to the power starting from 0 upward. So let's do exactly what I just said. So we say 2 times x plus 3 times x equals to 3 times this base now, which is 5, plus 2 times that same base, which is 5. So you start the power from 0 to 1, right? It is the base that has the power now. Same here, 0 to 1. So by the time you simplify this, you have 2x plus n to the power 0 is 1 plus 3 equals to, this will give you 15 plus 2. So from here you have 2x equals to 17 minus 3, addition of this minus this when it comes to the other side. So we have 2x equals to 14 and our x equals to 14 over 2, x equals to 7. Do you understand? All right, let's go to the third one. All right, the first thing you need to understand here is what is the formula for volume of a cube? Volume of a cube is L raised power 3. That's the length in 3 places. You raise the length to the power of 3. So they said this equals to 512, right? So they're now asking you for the length of the sides. What you just need to do is look for the cube root of both sides by saying that L raised power 3, the cube root of it equals to 512, the cube root of it. This is different from square. I hope you all know that. So this can cancel out this, and we have L equals, by the time you find this, you have 8 times 8 times 8, right? So your L equals to 8 centimeter. It's that simple. Sorry, it won't have cube because it's just side. So it's that simple. I hope you can see what I just did. All right, let's move on to number 4. All right, number 4 question says, how many students took the test? You would have seen from the diagram earlier that in this bar chart, the first set of persons add 0. And how many are they? There were 4. You write 4 plus the next set of persons, the next bar, has score 1, and we had 2 persons having that same score. Then the next bar is score 2, and then 5 of them had score 2. Then the next bar is score 3, and 6 of them had score 3. Then the last bar from that diagram is bar 4, and like score 4, right? And then 3 of them had score 4. So to know the number of students, all you just need to do is add all of this together. By the time you add this, you should have 20 students. So 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 6, 17, 17 plus 3 gives us 20. So question 5, still under the same bar chart. All right, moving on to question 5. The question says that if one student is selected at random, find the probability that he or she scored at most 2 marks. So we're going to make reference to that same bar chart that was shown earlier. Now, you have to understand that when they say at most 2 marks, that means that 2 is inclusive. So let's go back to the bar chart and check. How many students had 0? According to the bar chart, 4 of them had 0, right? You had it. How many of them had 1 mark? Just one. According to this bar chart, 2 students had 1 mark. And how many of them had 2 marks? According to this bar chart, 5 of them had 2 marks. So you first look for this, which will give us 11 students, right? Do you understand? Now let's say I'm supposed to write here is number of students so that you don't get confused that add at most, I hope you can see, 2 marks. Don't worry, if you can't see, at least you can hear me. But I hope you can really see that. So this is number of students that had at most 2 marks, 4, 2, and 5. So to now get the probability, right? Probability equals to the number of students that had at most 2 marks over the total number of students. So that will give us 11 students over 20 students. Do you understand? Of course, students will always cancel students. And when you're doing probability, when you're solving probability questions, probability don't have units, right? So our answer now is 11 over 20. So on to the next question.